Okay, so I've got a fourth story I want to share with you guys that I'm really excited about. It's about a student named Beatriz, different than Bia, our other student. Portuguese only have a few names, so a lot of people have the same first name. Beatriz is being discipled by one of our volunteers, Glaucia. And Glaucia told us the other day at our staff meeting, and remember, Glaucia is just a volunteer and she's discipling and taking care of Beatriz. She told us this story. She's had Beatriz praying. We do something called 5 in Focus, and you pray daily for 5 non-Christian friends that you can have an opportunity to share the gospel with. And Glaucia has been discipling and training Beatriz. So Beatriz has dinner once a week with 4 of her close friends, and none of them are Christians. And just a couple weeks ago at dinner, one of their friends brought up and said, "Hey Beatriz, you're a Christian. We want to hear more about Christianity. What does it mean?" And for the next 2 hours, they were asking Beatriz questions, and she was going back and forth and explaining the gospel, and they had lots of other questions, and she was sharing about the difference Jesus makes in her life and everything like that. And then at the end of that time, one of the girls said to Beatriz, "What you're sharing is awesome, and everybody needs to hear this. I have a podcast. Would you come on my podcast and share this with the people on my podcast?" And I'm really excited about that story because that's exactly what we want to see. I mean, not the podcast. Well, the podcast is great, but what we want to see is students learning how to communicate the gospel in everyday life with their friends, with their colleagues, with their classmates, people they're bumping into day in and day out in a relational, initiative way, looking for opportunities, praying for opportunities, and taking the opportunities when it comes. So I was so excited when Glaucia shared that story at staff meeting the other day and wanted to share it with you. Thank you guys for being a part of it.